Hello and welcome to the 2020 Alexandria Commission on Persons with Disabilities and Alexandria Chamber of Commerce Disability Awareness Awards. My name is Jeffrey Poole, and I'm chair of the Alexandria Commission on Persons with Disabilities, or ACPD for short. While the COVID-19 pandemic has made it impossible for us to gather at City Hall this year as planned, we are thankful that technology makes it possible for us to still celebrate this year's recipients of the ACPD and Chamber of Commerce Awards. We're also excited to be presenting these awards in October because it happens to be National Disability Employment Awareness Month. This month, we celebrate America's and Alexandria's workers with disabilities, past and present, and emphasize the importance of inclusive policies and practices to ensure that all Americans who want to work can work and have access to services and support to enable them to do so. Which brings me to ACPD's partnership with the Alexandria Chamber of Commerce in presenting these awards. The ACPD is grateful for the work of the Chamber and Alexandria's business community to promote the needs of persons with disabilities as patrons and employees. We are always pleased to join the Chamber each year in honoring businesses who are supportive and inclusive of persons with disabilities in the Alexandria community. I also want to say a couple of additional thank yous. First, thank you to our presenting sponsor, the American Physical Therapy Association, whose generosity in supporting this event is greatly appreciated. Second, thank you to the family of John Duty Collins III. Each year, the Collins family generously funds the Collins Award, allowing a local organization working in the interest of the disability community to receive a donation in support of their work. Finally, I want to take a moment to honor the life of our former chair and this year's Collins Award winner, Brian Miller. As many of you may have read, Brian Miller passed away from COVID-19 in April. He was one of the first Alexandrians to die of the virus. I didn't have the pleasure of working with Brian, but in reading about his accomplishments and talking with ACPD members about him, I am inspired to continue the important work he did in support of students and adults who face unique education and employment challenges due to disability. Boards and commissions like the ACPD depend entirely on the commitment of volunteers, and Brian is remembered by his peers as very passionate and involved, and for bringing humor and a sharp wit into what can, at times, be heavy work. One former ACPD colleague told me Brian never seemed to view his disability as an impediment to anything he wanted to do. This was demonstrated clearly over a lifetime of service, with the Department of Education's Rehabilitation Services Administration, our commission, and many other organizations, and should serve as a powerful example to everyone in moments of doubt about whether they are equal to their challenges. Thank you again for joining us. We look forward to celebrating in person next year. And with that, I'm pleased to introduce Mayor Justin Wilson to present the Bertier Scholarship and Collins Award. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the Alexandria Chamber of Commerce for continuing their commitment to this event, and for APTA for their generous sponsorship. Alexandria celebrates inclusion, and we have the opportunity to recognize those in our community who have shown a sustained commitment to ensuring that we include all of our residents. At this point, I have the honor of presenting the Gary Bertier Scholarship. The Gary Bertier Scholarship is awarded based on merit to a student with a disability seeking post-secondary education. The scholarship was established to recognize and honor the accomplishments of Gary Bertier, a T.C. Williams graduate who became severely disabled in an automobile accident after he co-captained the Titans during their fabled 1971 football season. Gary became a strong advocate for disability rights and devoted his life to the service of persons with disabilities. This year, the Alexandria Commission on Persons with Disabilities is pleased to present the Gary Bertier Scholarship to Anastasia Duenas. While reviewing her application, the ACPD recognized Anastasia as a hardworking student with a passion to help others. In 2016, Anastasia experienced a life-altering illness that halted her collegiate pursuits and forced her to reevaluate her goals in life. She realized that she wanted to make a difference in other people's lives by doing something in the healthcare field. Anastasia is currently a student at the Northern Virginia Community College. She plans to get a degree in biochemistry, specializing in biomedical research and engineering. She hopes to one day establish her own biotech facility that will serve people regardless of their social or economic status. I join the Alexandria Commission on Persons with Disabilities in congratulating Anastasia and wishing her well in this endeavor. At this point, it is my honor to present the John Duty Collins III Award. The John Duty Collins III Outstanding Advocate for Persons with Disabilities Award was established in 1989 in memory of John Duty Collins III, a founder and vice chair of the Alexandria Commission on Persons with Disabilities. During his lifetime, Mr. Collins worked to improve accessibility in many facilities throughout Alexandria, including our courthouse, City Hall, and the Chinkapin Recreation Center. Mr. Collins also served as co-chair of the task force that established the DOT paratransit program and provided leadership for the establishment of the Independence Center of Northern Virginia, where he served as chair of the board. Funding for this award comes from the Collins family and includes a $500 donation in the recipient's name to an organization promoting, supporting, or advocating for persons with disabilities. This year's John Duty Collins III Outstanding Advocate for Persons with Disabilities Award is presented posthumously to Brian Miller, former chair of the Alexandria Commission on Persons with Disabilities. Brian was a passionate advocate for the disabled community. I had the honor of knowing and working with Dr. Miller. He was not only a tireless advocate for the disabled community in both his professional life and his volunteer pursuits, but he was also a genuinely good friend to so many in our community. After he left us far too early, I heard from so many residents in our city who had met him, shared a conversation with him, or worked together on an important community pursuit. He will be missed by so many because he contributed so much to the fabric of our community. Thank you so much for viewing this award presentation this evening. It's been an honor to be part of this event this year. While it's been a little different due to COVID, I appreciate the opportunity to honor many Alexandrians who play such an important role in ensuring the inclusion of all of Alexandria's residents. I am now pleased to introduce Joe Haggerty, the Alexandria Chamber of Commerce President and CEO, who will now present this year's Chamber Awards.
Thank you, Mayor Wilson. The Alexandria Chamber of Commerce has proudly partnered with the city and with their Commission on Persons with Disabilities for many years. Each year, we honor 2 businesses for making tremendous strides to help our citizens with disabilities. The Chamber's Disability Awareness Award shines a light on a business that is committed to promoting awareness in the community. This year, we are delighted to select Pink Fortitude. With Holly Bertone at the helm, Pink Fortitude provides online training and webinars to educate both employers and employees on autoimmune disease and its legal designation as a workplace disability. Invisible illnesses like these are often overlooked and require particular attention during the pandemic. And Holly's book, Thriving in the Workplace with Autoimmune Disease, focuses on knowing your rights, resolving conflicts, and reducing stress. And it's an Amazon #1 bestseller. So we congratulate Holly and Pink Fortitude. It's now my pleasure to introduce the American Physical Therapy Association to present our final award.
My name is Justin Moore, the Chief Executive Officer of the American Physical Therapy Association. APTA is proud to call Alexandria home, and we've been a part of this community for the past 40 years. APTA is the individual professional membership society for physical therapists from around the United States. These physical therapists are committed to improving the health of individuals and communities. APTA is also committed to the full participation and inclusion at all levels of play, home, work, and community. This year, the Chamber ALX is bestowing Senior Services of Alexandria with the Commitment in Crisis Award. Senior Services of Alexandria serves the senior community in aging with dignity. They operate the Meals on Wheels delivery program, fee-free groceries to go, DOT transportation reservations, and educational programs. In February, Senior Services of Alexandria delivered 900 meals per week. Since the pandemic, that number has nearly tripled to a staggering 2,400 meals per week. All seniors have been encouraged nationally to follow strict distancing guidelines as susceptible populations. Many of them have disabilities, making them considerably more vulnerable. Senior Services of Alexandria has pushed forward and provided an invaluable service to the disabled members of our community. The Chamber ALX is privileged to honor them with this distinction.
Thank you to all the members of our community who are working every day to enhance the lives of those with disabilities. And thank you for watching. And next year, we hope to see you live back at City Hall presenting these awards. Thank you.